Hi everyone, welcome back to Christopher's Models and Dioramas. At the ending of the last video I told you that I was going to show you how to make tall grass for your any kind of project and save money. Now you can go and buy what is called static grass and apply it that way. It comes in different shades of yellow, light yellow, tall, dead grass, and even flowering grass, and even green for field grass. In order for me to save a few dollars, because I have cats, I also use the twine for their scratching posts. It breaks loose. I just set it to the side after I wash it off and let it dry, and it does a good job. And it's not that difficult to work with, really. It's easy. It's pretty sturdy stuff. So what I do is I take it and I cut it off according to the length that I need. Like for this deer, I want it to be roughly about even with the back like that. So I cut it and I measured it accordingly. And when I want it to be uniformly around there, and then I just trim off any stragglers that comes along at the bottom like that. That way it's easier for me to use like that. So there we go. Now, placing it, you're going to need a pair of tweezers, which is not, you can get them pretty much everywhere. Dip the ends down in your glue. Try not to get too much of it on your tweezers. And then you want to place it however you want it and just give it a slight blow and let it set. Now that will set up really good for you and will last a while. Now this is a quick and simple, easy trick that can be used to improve and to save money. As you can see, the grass turns out really good and it fits really decent with anything. And it takes the paint really, really good. A good example of that right here. I'm going to use a little bit of green, so I'm going to take and trim off what I need. Partition it out. I used field green or ivy green for it. Pull off the little stubbies there that I don't need. And I just dip it down in there like that. Give it a brush. Now I let this dry out really, really good. Almost like you're doing a dry brush technique with it. And there you go. You get your, well, I hope it can be seen really good. There you go. Slight yellow to a nice green color. And you just repeat the process that you would with the other steps. This stuff also absorbs the paint like crazy, so, and just dip it in your glue and place it wherever you want it. In this case, I'm going to put it right along the edge of this log I've got here, spread it out a little bit. Like that. Give it a slight blow, use my tweezers to get off or to stand up some of the stubborn parts. Like that. See? Works out fairly good that way. Now, the ground turf that I used on this was used from the inexpensive herbs and spices that you can get. They're about to expire, and they last a while. And then did a slight overcoat of the ivy green and sand paints using a little spray bottle. Just water it down, touch it up as you need it, then go back over it with a little bit of spray glue to tack it all down. The trees are made the same way I talked about in the previous videos. Now, when you double check where you want your figure to go, like that, you can look at where your glass is. That way you get an overall all-around view of where you want it. And you can see there are some spots where you might want to add to it, which is great. It takes less than maybe a minute or two to apply it and stick it, and then you can go on. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to do this water. Now the water is, without a doubt, can be a tricky and can be a pain to do. If you're inexperienced with it, you can use, there are different types of things you can use for it. I use an acrylic glue that you can get at any hardware store. It dries clear, and the drawbacks to that acrylic glue is that it takes longer to dry. It smells terrible, so you want to wear a mask. You definitely don't want to get it on your hands because nothing short of, soapy water with rubbing alcohol will get it off there. And as for this figure, they're fairly easy to work with. That's what I like about these type of figures. And you can get them anywhere. Because if you want to change the color of them, it's not difficult to do. It's a little light sanding, not too light, not too heavy to bear it down, really start showing the plastic. And they work out great. This tips and techniques I'm showing you can be applied and be used to any kind of model and diorama, from model railroad to buildings or ruins, military sets, the whole 9 yards. So in about a week, I'm going to start on the water effect. And along with the water effect, I'm going to show you between that and the painting of the figure, we're going to go over a neat trick on how to make boulders other than the shake method, where you can use plaster and normal rocks that you can find, or large rocks, and using casting clay that never dries out. And a really neat trick that I came up with, so you can get some really cool looking realistic cliff faces and boulders using not just rocks but also tree bark. Yes, I said tree bark. And so until next time, remember, if you're not getting a little bit messy while you're doing your projects, working on your models, you're not having as much fun. Until next time, take care, have fun.